Alright.
Hello, loyal viewers. We're back with Forbiden Fruit, the Temptation of Edward Cullen, Chapter 4. This chapter is called La Push. Not La Plush, like it was the former chapter, but La Push. And so, as usual, we're going to start with the author's notes. And let's see what we have here. Author's note. No flames, please. There's no point. If you didn't like my story, didn't read it. It's as simple as that. But BTW, Atlantiana is not Mary Sue because, look, she's not perfect and not everyone in the story likes her. She has problems and she has flaws and she's unhappy. Would you like her life? No, I know I wouldn't. It's totally tragic and horrible. You flamers aren't even making sense, one. Chapter 4, La Push. I don't even know. Alright, okay. I sat quietly on the La Push beach, apart from the party I was going on beside me. Right next door, there was just a party going on. Right there.
Alright.
Here she is, and there's the party. Right there. Mike Newton was following me around like a pulpy, and he was so boring. None of the things he had to say were interesting, but I was nice to him because he wasn't a bad guy. My thoughts were elsewhere. I couldn't stop thinking about the events of last night when Uncle Larry had raped me, and I had my scary vision in the forest of a tall, ale guy in my mind, and Kale me his daughter. I didn't understand any of. I felt so awful that I had been wrapped by that hideous pervy sicko. Wrapped by that hideous pervy sicko. I just wanted to read that one more time for you guys. Wrapped by the hideous pervy sicko when I had been saving myself for the right guy and for marriage, and my virginity was torn from my grasp by that twisted guy. It was so cruelly and unfair, it made me want to cry. Mike, what are you doing talking to her? I turned around and saw 4 nasty faces leering at us. It was the cheerleaders I had seen in the cafeteria, and one of them was the girl dating Edward Cullen, the brown hair girl. The brown hair girl.
She's a rabbit.
She's a rabbit. The brown hair. She's a brown bunny who was standing in the back looking moody but not saying anything. Stop being mean, Jessica, Mike said angrily. Tia's awesome, and if you can't see that, it's just you being blind and shallow and stupid like you always are. Yeah, I mean, look at her clothes. She looks like a stupid goth biatch. What's her with her slutty top and short skirt and fifth net tights? Fifth net? I don't have a list. It says fifth net. Is she a rat hooker or what? A rat hooker. A hooker for rodents. A prostitute for rodents. Jessica screamed. She was really ugly when she shouted, even though she was technologically a hot chick and was dressed in skimpy pink clothes. You know what, Jess? You and your friends are so shallow, and you are the real slut. You and Bella and Angela and Lauren May wear short skirts. Wear short skirts and low-cut tops and stuff, but that doesn't make you beautiful. It's what underneath that counts, Mike shouted. Go ahead.
Yeah, wait. Wrong, yeah. Yeah, speaking of which, like, hats and brooms and wands, yes. Which, said a sly blonde girl in the gang who was called Lauren, pointing at me. What's with her breasts? They are huge. I bet they are fake. She laughed, and her friends all laughed too, even Bella and Angela, who had been quiet until then. I got up and pushed past them and ran away into the darkness. I could hear them all laughing at me, and I felt so embarrassed. I was relay sensitive about the waist I looked, and I had hated the fact that it made all the girls hate me and all the guys stare at me. I would have given anything to be ugly or just inviolable. Inviolable.
And that just kind of contradicts everything that's been going on, because before then she'd said she wasn't pretty and didn't like being called pretty. So,
anyway.
Just gonna point that out. Continue.
I wasn't stuck up, and I didn't think I was beta than anyone else because of how I looked. I just wanted people to treat me like a normal person. I just want to be normal. I couldn't help being slim and blonde with relay big boobs. It wasn't my fault. I hadn't done anything wrong. One manly tear
flowed down her cheek.
"Are you okay?" said someone beside me.
Where'd they come from?
God. Once again, I think there's magic in this story. Like, people just pop.
There's anyways.
Who are you? A-R-R. Who are you?
Like a pen. Who are you?
I asked. 3 really pretty goth girls were standing there smiling at me, and I smiled back. "We are Tiffany, Abigail, and Rochelle," they said, smiling. "You seem cool. Do you want to be our friends?" "Do you want to be our friends?" "Yeah, of course. I am just a bit melancholy because those horrible cheerleaders were being mean jerks and saying my boobs were fake," I said. You mean Jessica and Bella's gang? They hate us too. Because we don't care what they think," said Tiffany. They are just jealous because you're the prettiest girl in school now, and they are all playing next to you. But we don't care about stuff like that. We only care about people's personalities." "Cool," I said, and we talked for hours.
I talked to Tiffany, Rochelle, and Abigail for hours, and they were so cool. I'd never had proper friends before who didn't care what I looked like or where I came from. They just liked me for me, and I liked them because they were uber cool and we had loads of stuff in common. But after a while, they went home and I stayed on the beach. It was getting late, but I didn't want to go home to Uncle Larry in case he raped me in his car again. Suddenly, I heard a voice from behind me. "Well, Tia, thou seem to be causing quite a stir at school." His voice was smooth and sexual from another time. "Edward." It wasn't Edward, it was Edward this time.
Edward came out to play.
"What do you mean?" I demanded. It's not a question. "Basically, every gay at school wants to have sex with thee, and every girl wants to eat thee alive for it. How's that for causing a stir, my lady?" He smiled and kissed my neck. If every gay wanted to have sex with her, I'm pretty sure every gay doesn't want to have sex
right?
with her.
I'm pretty sure every gay would not
want to have sex with her.
She is lacking a man carrot.
AKA Google stick. Shut up, jerk! Batu, I met your girlfriend before. Bella, I think her name is. I don't like her anything, but how the hell can you cheat on her like that and kiss me like how you did? It's sick. You're a cheating bastard, and I should tell everyone. Tiffany told me that you and Bella are like the school's golden couple or something. What would happen if I told people that how you had acted in the corridor with me? Can you do it? July. You can't do it. Oh, sweet lady! I must not tell anyone! He screamed. It was a moment of madness, that's all. I'm so sorry for what happened. I hope thine can forgive me. But I've promised myself to Bella, and that's just how it is, no matter how much thou interests me.
Fine, stay away from me, I shouted. Oh, she shouted it. I'm sorry, there was no punctuation. I shouted as I left to go home, but he followed me and grabbed me and pushed me down on the grind. I was burning with anger and fury, but I wanted him so deftly that I didn't even try to resist him. He knew how much I wanted him, and it drove me mad. He put his hands inside my panties, and I gasped. I was suddenly desperate to sex with him, and I tore my clothes off, and I was in my underwear. I took off my bra and showed him my naked heaving beasts. Her naked heaving beasts. Have sex with me now, Edward, I whispered. I can't, he said, although his body was on top of mine and his fingers touched my nipples. Please, I'm begging you, I said, hating myself for being such a dirty whore, but unable to control my burning desire. No! No! He shouted and ran away crying. Udard cries a lot. I put my clothes back on slowly, feeling so ashamed and embarrassed. I could hardly move. I couldn't believe that I had begged him to do sex on me. And even worse, he said he had said no. I went home and Uncle Larry made me cook his dinner and suck his cock while he ate his food. And then he raped me and hit me with a shoe. And he hit me with a shoe.
All night!
And I didn't even complain, 'cause I felt like I deserved it for being such a horrible slut, even though it made me want to die inside. Uncle Larry finally left me alone, and I thought about killing myself as I cried and slowly fell into a dreamless sleep. Sorry, that shoe.
He beat me with the shoe. So that is chapter 4 of this thrilling tale. We will come to chapter 5 shortly. So stay tuned. We love you all. Thank you for viewing.